Well, Brad won't be go for Wednesday. He did a little bit more today, but he's not nearly ready. And Oba, came through yesterday's training okay. Today got kicked on it a little bit, but at the end, we just took him out just to be safe.
Feeling pretty good about the chances of him playing then?
Yeah, feel good about chances of him playing. Yeah.
And do you have a sense of who's gonna be? I guess you have a sense at this point. Are you willing to share your senses of who's gonna be playing with him or playing up top?
No, that's for them to find out tomorrow. So we'll see. Obviously we got to make 4 changes. From our last game because Dempsey, Johnson, Evans, and Leo are out. So.
I know Dempsey's kind of away right now, but did you see any signs of wear or frustration that kind of hasn't been able to get on the score sheet yet?
I mean, he's had some good looks. It just hasn't gone in. So I don't care if he saves all the goals for the playoffs. I'm okay with that. And as long as he continues, to play and get chances. He had the one that, hit Williams in the midsection or a little bit below, and he had the breakaway where he had a heavy touch on the last one. So I mean, if he's getting 2, 3 really good looks a game, and that's with us playing a man down, I'm happy with that. And eventually, those things will start going in.
Are you happy with the way he's playing? Like just some of the flair and whatnot that he's showing.
Yeah, as long as you show the flair at the right parts of the field, and I think in Columbus he did that. The stuff he did, he made one really good move. Question is, should have, the yellow card on O'Rourke when he cut O'Rourke inside. Is that a yellow? Is that a red? Is that much different than Leo's foul? I don't know. He's pretty even. O'Rourke was the last guy. If he's past O'Rourke, he's gone. So, as with any player, you know which part of the field you're on and how to play on that part of the field. He's a smart enough player. He knows how to play on different parts of the field.
As a coach, do you take enjoyment when you see him nutmeg Oduro from behind his own leg and stuff like that? What do you think when you kind of see stuff?
It's, obviously if a player can pull it off, it's like, it's like Torres' bicycle goal for Chivas. Ball goes straight up in the air and he hits a bicycle. If you have to run around to create a bicycle for yourself, then you're just doing it to showboat. And, if players are doing things within the flow of the game, and sometimes the best pass is between the guy's legs, sometimes the best dribble is that way. You got to do what's best, to produce the result that you need to produce. So I think he's done that.
I think last year you had something that you called Opportunity Week. Does this kind of feel kind of like an Opportunity Week for some of you?
Yeah, it's an opportunity week for guys who are going to step up and play. Yeah, for sure. It's also a game in hand game for us. So we've talked a lot about that, about the importance of getting the 3 points. Making use of our games in hand. So it's an important game for us on Wednesday.
When you talk about putting in the 4 different players, is it simply just switching out the players, or do you do any sort of tactical changes?
We'll see. It's going to be a little bit of both, I think. We've got to switch out some players, but also depend on, the players we have. We might have to tactically move some things around.
Can you explain what kind of happened with Will Bates and Dylan Remick, what kind of injuries they picked up?
Will just, his knee acted up, so it was just more or less a knee clean out, a meniscus clean out, and Remick was just a hamstring when he crossed the ball in the reserve game. As he stepped off the field, he stepped on the concrete and slipped, and to brace himself, felt his hamstring go. But he's, both of them actually way ahead of schedule, are improving really rapidly. We're hoping by the end of this week that Dylan would be able to participate a little bit in training as a neutral player already, which for, being a little over a week, is actually pretty good.
What challenges does Chivas present?
They're a much better organized team than they were before, and you saw that in Vancouver. I thought they were in control of the game for good parts of the game. I thought they defended well. I thought their structure was good. I thought they pressured well. They seem to have found the pieces that they want to see play together. They've sort of settled on Torres and Morales up front. Torres has, scored a good amount of goals in a short amount of games. So they've, I think they've sort of found, their approach to the game, and so that makes them a much better team.
I guess there's about 10 days left before the roster freeze. Do you feel like you want to make any more additions, and do you feel like you need to?
You're always looking. As a team, you never stop looking. Obviously, there's cap restrictions that apply, and at this stage, it's to add something, you probably got to lose something.
Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog, and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at soundersfc.com/mobile.